Good afternoon, students, and welcome to this. Was there last week we had an introductory session where I tried to give you a lowdown of what JAM use of English is. I fully took what to look at, right? The essence of that task was made to you on how JAM over the years have been setting their questions in English and the aspect areas in English where those questions are brought out, right? The different sections or different aspects of English, and I encourage you to read on those areas of English for this forthcoming examination, right? The topic we have today is one of those areas that often treated or questions normally come out of in jams of English. So in 2024, you that is about to write this examination, get ready to witness or see questions coming from this aspect of English. Synonyms and antonyms is a common or a recurring part of questions that are asked, aspect of questions that are asked every year since 1978 that JAM started setting questions in English. So this topic often come out, right? It's part of those questions, areas of questions we will answer as I all right. As time goes by, the the nature in which JAM English is being said is not the way WAEC questions are being said. You understand, right? JAM English is a bit advanced. Of fashion. It's just for you to have a grasp, a deeper understanding, in-depth knowledge of the workings of expressions, words used in English, language expression. So to understand the prominence of synonyms and antonyms in the English language section of various competitive examinations such as JAM, it is important to know the types of questions in the examination based on the same. All right, you must understand that. For instance, when you look at these words that are written on now, these words we find on the board there, abstruse, absurdity, beguile, illegal, egress, elocution, factious, fecundity, gaudy, genteel, impudent, kind, petulant, reckless, and redundant. These are not words used on in everyday conversation, everyday interaction with your friends as you communicate. All right. So now, why did I write this? I want to let you know that these words have their meaning. Okay, they all have their meaning. There are other words that are similar to this word you see on the board. For instance, the word abstruse. What does it mean? It means abstract. It means attenuated. It means difficult. It means hidden. It means mysterious. It also means mystical. It means obscure. All right. Profound is another word you can use for it. Transcendental is another word you can use for it. Vague is another word you can use for this. So this has its own meaning. Those other words I've listed are words that can mean the same or that can be synonymous or similar to this word, abstruse. Now, when you look at the word absurdity, what other word does absurdity mean? Absurdity means extravagance, right? Absurdity means fatuity. Absurdity could mean foolery. Absurdity could mean idiocy, foolishness, nonsense, right? Now, those other words I'm mentioning that could mean this other word, you may see them in an expression. An examiner may use those words and say, complete the following expressions with the proper word, all right? And the questions are asked, then you see options. Of course, we are going to try it today. After I finish treating this, we are going to answer a couple of questions from JAM 2020 past questions, right? So you see how some of these words come to play in expressions. Okay, now look at the word guy. What does the guy mean? The guy, another word for the guy is see, amuse, divert. Okay, so if the guy is not used, if used, guy could be used, divert could be used in an expression. So it's left for you while you study to take note of how these words will mean different things in different environments. As I told you last time, that words function differently when they occur, when they appear in different contexts, sentence structure, their meanings differ. Now look at the word illegal. What does beleaguer mean? Beleaguer means beseech. Another word for beleaguer is invest, block, encumber, obstruct, surround. That's the meaning of beleaguer. Look at the word egress. Egress means departure. It means exit. It means outlet. It means way out. Way out as in way out, way out, which could be, a phrasal verb, right? Way out. Then look at the word elocution. What is the meaning of elocution? Delivery, oratory. What I'm doing now is called elocution. I'm talking, I'm delivering, I'm saying something. All right. So another word for elocution is rhetoric, utterance. Somebody who is making presentation in talking, in speech. All right. That's another word for elocution. So sometimes you find that this word is a bit strange or difficult. As I said before, they are not everyday words to use. But examiners cannot say because you don't use them on daily basis, they shouldn't use it to set questions. That is the purpose of this class. We are bringing it to your notice that words like this exist, and it's left for you to now study and come across this word and see how they are used in expressions so that when you encounter them in your own exam, you know the right option to pick. Look at the word fecundity. What does fecundity mean? Fecundity could mean fertility, fruitfulness, productivity. That's another word for fecundity. Then you look at this word, God, G-A-U-D-Y. What does Godly mean? Godly simply means brilliant. We don't want to say that somebody is brilliant. You say, oh, this student is godly. But when you say it, it sounds somehow, right? So you can say fleshy, flaunting, glittering, ostentatious, over-decorated, showy, spurious. Those are words that mean the same thing as the word godly. Now, look at the word genteel. You may not have heard this word before or come across this word. Genteel means aristocratic. It means courteous. It means ladylike. It means polished or polite. When you say somebody is genteel, okay, it means the person is refined. Someone who is refined is genteel. Somebody who is fashionable, or you say someone who is stylish is genteel. So if you don't want to use genteel, you could use any of the words I've mentioned: fashionable, stylish, refined, polite, ladylike, cautious, aristocratic. Hmm? Look at the word impudent. What other word can you use in the place of the word impudent? If I don't want to say impudent, what can I say instead? Good, brazen, hmm? Forward, impertinent, insolent, presumptuous, or we say rude, or we say saucy. Those are the words I can use in the place of impudent. Because from the synonyms of this word, from the word that look alike, that are similar in meaning to this word impudent, you see that is a negative term, a negative word, right? So take note of that. Now look at the word kind. As simple as it is, this is one of the words you come across almost every day. Say someone is kind, a kind-hearted person. A student, a fellow student has done something for you. Oh, that's kind of you. All right. Mind you, this word kind will mean different things, as I said, in different settings. Okay, that's kind of you. What kind of, can you see? What kind of book? What kind of place? What kind of people? You see, the word, its meaning is changing. All right, when you say somebody is kind, it could be an adjective, the word kind. All right. Now, another word for kind is amiable, benevolent, benign, brotherly, all right, clement, friendly, humane, lenient, tender-hearted. Those are similar words that could be used in the place of the word kind. Look at this word, petulant. What do you think this word could mean? The word petulant. What does it mean? Is it a negative word? It only means crab, cross, forward, hasty, humored, irascible, irascible. Those are words that connect with expressions such as this. So at times, examiners use these words to set questions, and they don't care whether you read to this extent, whether you understand it or not. It is believed that as a student who is about to write examination of this nature, JAM, you should read English. And I'll keep emphasizing it. JAM English is quite different from WAEC English. There's a little advancement, all right, in the language expression and the choice of words the examiners use in setting your questions. So you too have to up your game by reading some very advanced material, books as well, in order for you to come across some of these words. And I told you what to do last time. Read magazines, read newspapers, read novels. These are places where or materials that can help you in to come across some of these words and how they are used. English is all about its usage. And as a Nigerian speaker of English, as I told you last time, we speak British English, we speak American English, and we speak Nigerian English. But when it comes to the examination, exam is an official activity. Okay, is a formal engagement. So the English that is used in certain JAM questions are standard British English. With standard British English expressions, fixed expressions, the way they are. All right. So you have to have that knowledge, have that mindset. Do you understand? Now look at the word. Next word here, recluse. What does it mean to be a recluse? What does recluse mean? What are other words that I can use in the place of the word recluse? I can use the word eremitic. That's another big word, so to speak. Eremitic, hermetic, ascetic, solitary. A recluse is someone who don't like associating with people. He or she is always a kind of indoors, right? Solitary, just quiet by themselves, just don't want to interact with anybody. They're recluse. Others will be doing, be engaged in so many things that a recluse say, no, 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 not interested in that, and the person just decides to stay alone. So say you're a recluse. The last word we have here is redundant. I know you heard the word redundant before. What does it mean? What does redundant mean? What other word can we use in the place of the word redundant? Other words we can use is copious, excessive, wholesome, overflowing, plentiful, prodigal, superabundant, or we say diffuse. All of the words I've mentioned, superabundant, diffuse, overflowing, wholesome, plentiful, excessive. Any of these words can be used to replace this in an expression. I hope you understand. Good. Now, how do we practicalize all of this? Because it's in the practical usage, how we use them in an expression. Not all the questions are going to be the same, mind you. What is going to appear for someone when you log in during the day of that examination is different from what I might see. So the question A is going to answer different from the question candidate B, candidate D, candidate F, candidate J, candidate M, candidate Y, or candidate K will answer. All right? Questions are not the same. It's only the questions from the recommended novel you asked to read. That's the only question that we did the same for everybody. Now, look at JAM 2020 past question. All right? In English, written, answering some questions in JAM 2020 JAM question. The use of English where synonym was asked in that exam says in the questions below, choose the option nearest in meaning. Nearest in meaning. You will always see this question will appear. There is nobody who is going to write this JAM of 2024 that not see this question we are treating today. All right. Nearest in meaning. Why is it always nearest in meaning? It's simple. I left on the board, I say note, no two words have exact meaning in English. There are no two words in English exact meaning. No, it does not exist. Okay? That means that there is no absolute synonym. They are not absolute. So no two words. They can be similar. Their meanings can be similar. Their meanings can be nearer. It could be nearer in meaning, but not exactly that word. Look at the words I've listed here. I've mentioned words that come close in meaning to these words. See on the board. I've mentioned them. So in this question now, it says the culprit. Underline. The culprit will surrender their loot to the customs official. What does it mean? Right there, you now have options. Okay, you have option A, give away; B, give out; C, give in; and D, give up. What does it mean to surrender their loot? Hmm? They will do what? What are they going to do? They will give out their loot. Number two say the discussion became animated. Now, the JAM examiner wants you to look for another word that has similar meaning to the word animated. What does animated mean? Animated simply means lively. So in that question two, the discussion became animated. Your answer will be the discussion became lively. Number three say that rich citizens are often niggardly in their ways. Rich citizens are often niggardly in their ways. The underlying word there is niggardly. Okay? What other word suit, or what other word have similar meaning, or what other word is nearest in meaning to the word niggardly? All right? It's just the word miserly. A miser is somebody who doesn't want to give. Okay? Somebody who he has that gives a little. All right? So look at the next question. It says the musician's popularity is beginning to decline. The musician's popularity is beginning to decline. What does the word decline mean? What other word can we use in place of decline? The musician's popularity is beginning to decline. We have A, change; B, wane; C, slide; and D, disappear. The musician's popularity is beginning to disappear. No. Another word that has similar meaning to the word decline is wane. W-A-N-E. All right? Is wane. This is an example of a fixed expression. There are expressions that are fixed in English. You can't change them, right? So they come close to any expression you want to use it. Words like this. Okay? So to decline is to wane, to reduce, not to be so obvious again. Right? Number five say Olu promised Olu promised to look out for her next time he is in town. Olu promised to look out for her next time he is in town. What does it mean, look out for? That's a phrasal verb, but that phrasal verb has its meaning. So what does look out for mean? Simply means to visit. What? Visit. Olu promised to visit her the next time he is in town. That's the meaning for that. Number six, finally, I assured him that I will not go back on my word. That's another phrasal verb. Is underlined. Go back on my word. What does it mean to go back on? What is similar? Which term? Which other expression come close to the meaning you find there to go back on? A says return to a place. B, return to a certain word when reading. C, reuse my word. And D, fail to keep my promise. Which is your answer? I will not fail to keep my promise. That's what go back on mean. Okay. Now look at number 7. It says the speaker took his audience down memory lane before he went to the topic of his lecture. The speaker took his audience down memory lane before he went to the topic of his lecture. What does it mean to take people or to take somebody down memory lane? It simply means to go to the past, reflect in the past. All right? Think about the past. That's the meaning. You go down history We talk about what has happened in the past. That's the meaning of to go down memory lane. That's clear. So take note of that. Now look at just a moment. All right. So we mentioned you've seen some of those synonyms used in those expressions and their meaning. Okay, so we'll now be moving on to antonyms. Now, what I've given to me in class, that's not all. This is just for you to know that there are words that are not everyday words which you come across in your examination. And that's the reason you getting past question papers and practicing is important. I will keep reminding you, stressing it. There is need for you to really gather those questions, get your past question series, study them, study hard. Four subjects are what you're writing in this exam. Four. So you don't have any business whatsoever why you should not perform excellently well. So get your past, go through. You can study 10 years of questions in that series, back to back. Study them and see how questions have been asked over time and familiarize yourself with some of these terminologies. Now we move on to antonyms. Antonyms, of course, you know that an antonym is a word, a phrase, or a group of words, or even an expression that has an opposite meaning to another word, another phrase, another expression. That's antonym, words and opposite. Again, there is no direct opposite of any word, right? You can say, okay, if it's up, then down should be the opposite. What if I say up and I use another word instead of down, I say below? Can you see now? So where I have up, I may have down, below, beneath. You understand? Underneath. Can you see now? So just for one single word up, I'm already generating other probable opposite of the word up. So you see, there's no direct